Hello you wonderful people of BookTube, and welcome back to the channel. And today I want to talk to you about my January reads wrap up. So I have managed to read 4 books in January and 1 graphic novel. Now the 4 books are all from the same series, and if I'm honest, I thought it was a series that I wasn't going to like, and the series is A Court of Thorns and Roses, also known as the ACOTAR series. Are you into these books as well, were you, Buster? Let's come down to say hello. Say hello, Buster. Say hello. Good boy. So anyway, this is the first book in the series. Again, I thought I wasn't going to like it, but I was just gripped from the beginning. Now, I would say this book is... Did you like this book as well? Oh, thank you. This book is more of a... I would say it's like a fairy tale, looking at sort of like Beauty and the Beast. It's basically... It's one POV of a character of Freya, and it starts off with her killing a werewolf who just turns out to be a fairy, I think that's what they're called. Anyway, that's how I've read it. And his High Lord has come to get the person that killed his friend and take her back to their world. And again, they, like I said, it's more of a Beauty and the Beast sort of thing. And I love the fact that it is a female trying to save a male. Sit down, good boy. More of a female trying to save a male, so you know, I think it's great in that sense. And again, I think this is why I just continued to carry on reading it. Like I said, I thought it was a book that I wasn't going to enjoy. So obviously the second book that I read in January was A Court of Mist and Fury, because I needed to know what happened, and boy, I did not know what was going to happen in this book. It took a complete turn of events to the point of view that Freya now has a different lover, and it just so happens to be, this is more like an enemies to lovers sort of story. And in this book she found her true family, because she has become Frey, whatever they are, more that now. So she is not human, so she has found people that are like her in mind and that she enjoys being with in this book. But it is also the start of a war in the Frey lands between the High Lord and she, with her lover, I'm not going to tell you who her new lover is trying to bring everybody together. I can tell you in this book there is some betrayal as well. So then we go on to the third book, which is A Court of Wings and Ruin. And this book actually centres more around the war. Her sisters come back in this book because they are now they have been put into the cauldron by the king as punishment for Freya, and are now Frey as well and not human. And there is a lot of resentment in this book, but it does all come together in the end, and it does go to battle, and it is of how are they going to stop the High King from invading the human lands. Yes, in a minute. Human lands. So again, this one I didn't enjoy as much as the first 2. I don't know if it's because I've read them consistently, and they are quite thick books. I mean, this one I think was 700 pages. And the second one was 650 pages, and probably the first one is about 500 pages. So yeah, so I still enjoyed this series, and it is a series I want to continue. The fourth and final book that I read was, again, number 4 of the series, and that is A Court of Frost and Starlight. Again, this is a small novella. Everyone says this is sort of like the in-between to what happens in the next book, which I have not got round to yet. This, I would say, more concentrates on their life after the war and how they're dealing with life back in the city for all the characters. And this book actually goes from having one POV in the first 3 books to having multiple POV in this book. And I really did enjoy it and cannot wait to finish the 5th book, which I probably will start maybe in February. So the next one I want to talk to you about is My graphic novel. We all know that I am a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle nerd, also known as TMNT, and I finally read the last Ronin Re-Evolution. Excuse me, Buster. Shh. In a minute. Take you out in a minute. It's okay, Babbers. This book was bringing into the new generation of the TMNT. The original turtles are no more, and this is really finishing. Shh, okay. This is really finishing more of the characters that are in the original series, and for the new characters to shine. Buster, Buster, sit. Say hello, Buster. Say hello. Say hello. See? Say hello. Good boy. Good boy. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. There is going to be a Last Ronin 3, but there is yet to be a release date, and I cannot wait for that to come out. So that was all the books I read in January. I have to say, I have got a confession to make. I did break my book buying ban in January. I failed miserably at the first hurdle. I went into WH Smith's, or whatever it is called now, because it's called something else, and it's the first shop that I've seen the Red Rising book actually in, so I had to go and buy it because it was there. So this is a book that I will... Are you quite finished yet? Have you quite finished? This is a book that I do have to read. It is sci-fi, but a bit like the Hunger Games, and I'm looking forward. This is a 6-book series, and I'm looking forward to getting into this book at some point this year. So anyway, if you watched to this end, thank you very much. If you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.